and essa configuração.
Fala galera, aqui é o Rafael da Adventure Games e esse canal tem o objetivo de relembrar aqueles jogos que já fizeram muito sucesso antigamente, principalmente com os jogos da LucasArts, quem não se lembra. Então let's go com bem de ordem, Paranormal Investigator.
Hello, I'm Ben Jordan. Are you Ranger Morales?
I'm afraid not, young man. I'm glad you've arrived, though.
What's the matter? Did something happen to him?
Come with me, and I'll show
Faltou
you.
uma legenda aqui, hein, mas tá bom.
Well, here he is. We found him here about an hour ago.
My God.
It's a monster known as the skunk ape.
I guess I'd better start my investigation then.
Tá, o cara basicamente ele é um investigador paranormal e o cara falou que acha que o monstro matou ele. Aí eu, então eu vou começar a minha investigação agora. Galera, eu manjo um pouquinho de inglês, não tanto quanto eu queria, porque eu pratico pouco. Mas vamos lá.
The mutilated body of the ranger is stretched out on the dirt. Feeling slightly nauseated, you examine the body more closely.
What the fuck, man?
You can talk at the ranger all you like. The ranger's face is twisted into an expression of sheer horror. Either his attacker caught him by surprise, or he's just shocked at the fact that his innards are currently on display to the rest of the world.
Lógico que ele morreu surpreso.
The ranger's midsection has been torn open by whatever attacked him. Several of his internal organs are visible. However, you notice that his liver seems to be missing. There seems to be a tuft of hair clutched in the ranger's hand. Maybe he pulled it off the skunk ape as he was being attacked.
Esse cabelo não é do guarda, é do monstro.
You pick it up, and did I say purse? You'd really rather not handle another man's organ. A large pool of blood is collected on. The blood feels. Keep your fingers out of the. You search through the ranger's pockets, but find nothing of interest.
Aí, procura nos bolsos, pô. Tem nada?
The ranger is wearing a pair of standard. You'd really rather.
Aparentemente que dá pra fazer aqui eu já fiz. Vamos ver meu inventário. Aê, uma arma, caderno de anotação que eu vou ver que tem escrito, pera aí.
Your notepad and pen.
Nada ainda.
It's a tough.
Cabelo e uma arma. Então, pera aí.
The notepad feels crisp. The notepad feels crisp and new. The old ranger.
Velho patrulheiro, então vamos conversar.
Are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine. Just a little jumpy is all.
Você está bem? Só um pouco assustado.
Asking that particular item a question won't get you very far.
Não dá pra fazer as perguntas, né?
The thought of sticking your hand. You can't. In the
Beleza. Então vamos explorar por aí. Não dá, não? Ainda não dá.
You don't want to give. That does.
Tá, entregar o cabelo pro.
Take a look at this. I found it in the dead ranger's hand.
Interesting. That hair doesn't look like it belongs to any animal I've seen in the park.
Engraçado é que a voz do cara falando muda depois quando ele vai conversar com os outros, né?
You're a paranormal investigator, not a murderer.
Não, pera aí.
You're a paranormal investigator, not a murderer.
Você é um investigador paranormal, não um assassino.
That doesn't...
Ah, é, vê se dá pra lavar o cabelo. Dá, não.
The water... The thought of... It's... You'd rather...
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Aê. Assassinos.
What can you tell me about the murders?
Oh my, they're horrible. Ranger Morales is the 5th person we've found in the past 2 weeks. Before that, we lost another ranger, a young woman named Rita Myers. There was also a vacationing couple who were camping out in the woods, and the first person we found was a teenage boy who had gone out hiking. All the bodies have had one thing in common. They're all missing their livers.
Meu
Missing the
microfone tá
livers?
mais alto pra eu escutar.
Yes.
Meu headphone.
Our best guess is that the skunk ape eats the livers.
Yikes.
When the whole problem started, we found a few deer here and there with their livers torn out, but then we started finding people, and the MO just carried over.
Morals. É, galera, desculpa minha voz, é porque eu tô muito gripado. Ranger
Tell me
Morales.
about Ranger Morales.
I didn't know him very well, but he seemed like a nice guy.
Do you know of any reason why he might have been attacked?
Not really, no. So far the murders have all seemed to be random. However, he's the first body that's been found so close to the main tourist area. The others have been further out in the woods. If this keeps up, we may have to close the park until something can be done.
Ah, já não acho que ele seja um bom rapaz não, esse tal de Morales aí. Já seguindo a pensamento Scooby-Doo, ele é o vilão. Skunk Ape.
What do you know about the skunk ape?
I don't know any specific facts. The skunk ape was always more of an urban legend. But I have heard a few things. What exactly would you like to know?
What is a Skunk Ape?
What is a skunk ape exactly?
It's similar to a Yeti or a Sasquatch, but we call it a skunk ape because its trademark
tá,
is
é.
a horrible smell.
É como
Some have
grande.
described it as being a mix of rotten eggs, moldy cheese, and dung.
That sounds unpleasant.
It is, but the good thing is that characteristic will make it somewhat easier to track down.
I guess.
Aí destravei mais pontinho. Fala com não sei o que, Skull Ape, algo assim. É tipo um pé grande e tal, só que ele alimenta de cachorros e esses bichos.
Has anyone actually seen the skunk ape?
The only ones who have are dead.
So there aren't any survivors or anything I could talk to.
I'm afraid not.
So if you haven't seen it, do you know what it looks like?
Not for certain, but the rumors of its appearance are all... It's supposed...
Glad I-
Conversa inútil, pode. Mas
Are
pontinho.
there any other animals in the park that might be capable of attacking
Inútil
people
não,
like
ganhei
this?
ponto, mas.
Not really. The Florida panther might be capable of it, but there's so few of them left it seems unlikely that they would be to blame. Besides...
Vamos acelerar isso
Hey,
aqui. Uau, mas. Sobre o parque.
this is a nice park you've got here.
Thanks. We rangers pride ourselves on keeping this state preserve as pristine and beautiful as we can. It's really a shame that our nation's wetlands are constantly disappearing.
Yes, I agree. Can you tell me how to get around the area?
Of course, this area isn't really that big. Oh, here,
Thanks.
Sobre você
Tell me
mesmo.
about yourself.
me. My name is Ernie. I've been a ranger here at Everglades National
Ernie?
Park for over 30 years. I love nature. I guess it runs in my family since my brother moved out west to become a medicine man. Aside from that, I really don't know what else to tell you.
É. Pra quem queria fazer medicina e virou guarda de parque por 20 anos ainda.
So, now that I know more or less what I'm dealing with, what do you suggest I do?
Well, that's a good question. Obvious.
Tá, vamos pro
You
lá.
said,
Ranger Rick.
tell me about Ranger Rick.
He hasn't been working here very long, but he's one of our best rangers.
The thing about him is he's extremely superstitious when it comes to nature. He might go into the
É,
woods
o
with
vilão
you,
já pode ser
but he
tal
might
de
have
Ranger
some
Rick
weird...
também,
Well,
né,
right now,
galera?
you
He should be at the ranger station.
thanks for all your help.
No
Ranger
problem.
Station.
If you have...
Aê. Então, bora lá que é nóis. Ainda não pode? Caramba.
It's you, Ben Jordan. Now is not the time. You hum a little tune to yourself. You ask yourself if you can handle all this. You can't.
I'm not Jesus to walking on the water.
The mutilated. Feeling slightly nauseated, you examine the body more closely.
Tem mais coisa então, dá pra eu olhar?
You search the body. There, the Rangers. That does.
Ah, tá. Mapa.
You were given this brochure of the floor.
Não tô pra sair. Nem vi o cara me deu o mapa. Só mandou ir lá pra estação dos patrulheiros lá e...
You were given this brochure of the Florida Everglades, which conveniently includes a map. Your the two I.
Ué.
You don't want that. You open.
Ah, sim. É, então vamos seguir a ordem aqui. Vamos, igual ele falou, vamos pra estação dos patrulheiros.
The ranger station is a small shack-like structure. It's
Também achei bem pequenininho.
the window.
Posso que a porta vai estar fechada. Não, postei errado. What? I love it.
You don't think. You search. Only. It's you. It's a young ring. An old. A You. No need to.
Desligar essa porcaria de rádio.
You try to change the station, but see that the knob is missing.
Nice weather we're having.
Is it? Haven't been outside much today, I'm afraid.
Ah, Young é novo, confundi aqui pra
Can I ask you about some stuff?
Sure, what's up?
Ranger Rick.
You're Ranger Rick, aren't you?
É o que morreu.
Yes, I am. What can I do for you?
My name is Ben Jordan. I was called out here by Ranger Morales.
Oh, you're the Paranormal Investigator guy, aren't you?
Yes.
That's me. Ernie told me I should talk to you.
Sou para...
Okay, so talk to me.
Pega aí. Ah, desculpa, galera. Obrigado.
What can you tell me about the skunk ape?
It's terrorizing the woods, that's what.
Anything else?
Not really. I don't think I could tell you more than Ernie probably already has.
Nossa, a gente pergunta o que ele sabe sobre pé grande é basicamente nada, né? É fácil.
Is there anything you can tell me about the recent murders?
Terrible, aren't they? It's bad enough to lose your co-workers, but when the public are victims too, it becomes a whole different story. Hopefully something can be done before anybody else dies so horribly. But then that...
What's that you're reading?
It's part of a series about this kid who wants to be a professional fish tank cleaner.
That sounds fascinating.
This one I'm reading is part 5, where he goes to Bangladesh.
Is it any good?
Not really. It's surprising, since the author took so long to write it.
Well, I hear that tends to happen a lot.
Ó, tô cagando, galera.
That's some nice music you're listening to.
It's the only radio station we get out here. But even this music is better than no music, in my opinion.
Tá.
Ernie suggested I should find someone to go into the woods with and try to track down the skunk ape. He said you were the guy.